Hi, Bharatana.
अरे मुझे
What's up?
चल में
So, in fact, yeah, okay. First, let me be a bit formal to start with. So, we have Bharat, who has recently climbed 9 of the 8,000-meter climbs. And while preparing for this, I realized, I don't even remember if I wished you also congratulations because, that's how it has been. But to start with, first things first, how does it feel? Because only you can answer this, no one else can answer. How does it feel? 8,000.
So no, it's all same, like, again, many people are asking this. I'm not okay. It's fine. It's good, like, a historic moment and all. But yeah, back to mountains again.
Yeah, obviously back to mountains again because that's what defines what we do. So, okay, we'll start with the starting. We met way back in on the Everest Base Camp in
Yeah,
2019. It was by that time. I think you had done only Everest, right?
Everest and Manaslu.
Yeah, Manaslu, right? You, Jason, and all. So from there, when was the time you first thought that there is something called 9 of 8,000 that you have to do?
No,
Because
I
I
thought.
remember we never interacted on that once we met. But yeah, when was that thing shaping up?
Yeah, I mean, I thought this after Everest,
Okay,
because I'll tell you, like, right, like Everest was my first mountain. Okay, that was the worst experience. Like, obviously, I mean, on the Everest, like, I even don't know, like, okay, crampon tying and all fine, but not that perfection. Like, now we'll do taka tak, like, that those days were
correct.
not like that. Okay,
Yeah,
just without knowledge, all these things just went and came back. Then a sort of okay, people are congratulating outside and all, but somewhere dissatisfaction that this is not me. Like uh,
correct.
being an athlete from my school days, I thought like okay, this is not me. Like just let's do. I actually first I thought like to climb again. Okay, immediately after that.
Okay, right.
So in that process, I mean, no, that is the first time, like, coming out of India, climbing somewhere. Before
Correct.
it, or like, what here only traveling, and that too first mountain. Okay. After people, like, knowing, then we follow people, we hear, we'll be keeping on hearing the news, like, these people climbed that peak, I mean, that other peaks and all. Then I thought, like, but I never shared, like, because again, a lot of challenges here. It's not like,
Of
a lot of
course.
failures, like, finance involved, like, a lot of things. So I kept for myself. I thought, like, just at least first, let's start with, okay. Then I thought, like, climbing Manaslu. 18, I did Manaslu after Everest.
Okay.
So
So
19, we
okay,
met.
let's start from zero again.
Yeah.
First was Everest. Which year?
15, I tried. I went for the first time, but, earthquake happened. So
Correct.
I was back ground zero again. Okay. So then again, it took 2 years. Okay. So again in 2017, yeah. So I did my yeah, successfully
2017
reached this.
Everest North Side.
Yeah, not so.
And after that, next 8,000 was
Manaslu,
which
18,
year?
18,
18.
18 September.
Okay, 17, 18. Okay, after that,
19, Lhotse,
19 was
where
Lutse.
we met. Yeah.
Correct. Okay, and subsequently,
So
what
then,
was the sequence after that?
no, then we thought like, to climb each, I mean, then I thought to climb each 8,000 every year. Okay.
Correct.
Okay. So then what happened? 2020, Kanchenjunga was planned. Okay.
Hmm.
But because of this Corona started, so I mean, March it started. So all the expeditions, nothing happened in 2020.
Correct.
Then 2020, the same Kanchenjunga team, again we united to make it, I mean, to go for Kanchenjunga. But the problem, is like, that year, every expedition happened except Kanchenjunga.
Okay.
Yeah. Because
2020.
2021.
21. Okay.
Yeah, 21 nothing. Okay. So 2021, except Kanchenjunga, because like team size was less. So then
Correct.
in the end, like all the operators, all the agencies thought like such a big mountain with the short teams, it will be difficult.
Correct.
So because we were waiting in case like if we see that too it was the decision was taken in the very very last moment. If we have
Right.
known it before like in February something like that, at least early March, we might have planned some other peak.
Correct.
So we are just waiting. In the last, they decided. So we can't do anything in 2021. So
True.
2021 also gone like that. So then me, Satya met, all we were planning again. Like, we made a very big team for Kanchenjunga again in 2022. Okay. At the same time, since there is a lacking, okay, of these, last 2 years couldn't climb.
Correct.
So
Yeah.
we chose to climb Annapurna also.
Correct.
Okay. First to acclimatize on Annapurna and go and shoot for Kanchenjunga. Okay, that
Okay.
was the plan for 2022. So March we went for Annapurna. So once
Okay.
we submitted Annapurna on April 28th in 2022. So
Okay.
after that we came back to Kathmandu. So took 3 days rest and went for Kanchenjunga. Okay. So
Okay.
2022 completed 2 peaks. Okay.
Right.
Yeah. So then 23 Makalu along with
Right.
Satyami and all.
Yeah.
So 23 Makalu. So 24 again what happened? We went for Dhaulagiri. So stayed there for 50 days and came back. So uh,
Correct.
yeah, 50 days okay. So actually that was a small team, but good parties. We are our friends. People who are we 10 people went for Dhaulagiri, all our
Correct.
friends. So at least we can at least some chit
Hmm.
chat and all. Because Dhaulagiri, so see Annapurna, some delay happens, you can come down to nearest village. Everest
Correct.
close, you can come down to nearest village. Even
True.
Manaslu, Samagon, you can come down to village. But Dhaulagiri is not like there is no option. It's
Oh.
like done completely, no internet, nothing. Like you are just very remotest part.
Oh, I thought Dholagiri Annapurna being close by, it's
No,
similar.
no, no,
If we can
no,
come. No, not that, huh?
no, nothing,
Okay.
nothing, nothing, nothing. Whatever you want, you have to take chopper only. That too, like super
Oh,
duper expensive. The
got it.
chopper. Okay. So we waited. It didn't happen. So then again, in 24 autumn, so tried for Shishapangma. Shishapangma tried for a long time. Like my paperwork is going on inside. Like even in the last moment, everyone left for the mountain. Like I mean me and Arjun, we are just
Yeah.
behind. Just, paperwork happened. Just reached the base camp, slept that night. Next day, packed and
Simple
stood for the
project.
summit. Yeah, just just 2 days only. It's just less than 48 hours. Okay, it is like
No
that.
acclimatization, no,
Nothing, nothing,
no
nothing.
high altitude tent, nothing.
Yeah.
No hypoxia.
So nothing, nothing, nothing. So it was like that. So finished Shishapanga because it was open. I mean, officially open. Before it was open twice for special permissions for
Right.
for these speed records. So yeah, just 2 days we made it and came back. And the next 2025 again. I mean, when we were handling I mean, and 2025 spring, I just kept Dhaulagiri in my mind. But I was telling,
Correct.
only like if I feel like, I'll just go kind of. So we
True.
finish, yeah, when we have got the time after Lobuche with our Everest team, we did Lobuche. So after that, we got some time. I mean, anyway, you are there for acclimatization. So I went for
Right.
Dhaulagiri. That was, like, my fault, like on Dhaulagiri. I mean, at the end of the day, you calculate because you always have this choice of coming back. You can take the
Correct.
decision and coming back. I don't know, like, I used to tell people, but on that day, like, no, I, yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, I was talking to you from Camp 3 also.
Right.
Okay, so okay, I'll make ticket, but I'm not feeling that great. So let's try, kind of.
Correct.
Till going up, it's fine. While coming down only. So some issues and all. Yeah. Then that yeah, that Dhaulagiri finished, and now recently to Choyu, with all the experience and all came on. Choyu, that like it was my self-supported expedition, except my base camp. Just only I took base camp services. After
Right.
that, every camp it was on my own. Like even now, like while coming down. I left my tent at Camp 2. These Chinese are behind me. I mean, they saw one tent at Camp 2. Like, who's that tent? Like, this, I couldn't carry. Like, it's huge. Like, three
Obviously.
oxygen cylinders. Like, huge load was there on my back. So I left my tent, and these people are behind me now. There is one guy. They found it. Like, there is one tent. Who's this tent? Like, yeah. So I couldn't get it. Like, yeah. So finally, yeah, done with
So
Choyo
all nine done, huh?
online. Yeah.
See, Bharat, there is something called a record, right? And there is
Hmm.
something called history.
Uh,
This obviously, as we
Correct.
used to discuss, this historical, right? So uh, no one can be first.
Correct.
You've already done that. How did you mentally prepare that? All these things because there were other people who were also climbing, and we are
Correct.
good friends, obviously.
Mm.
In fact, recently partied also
Yeah.
together.
Together.
Right. So, how did you gather the mental strength of doing, because again, we are not from that super rich kind of a wherein
Correct.
funding is not an issue. There's so many issues. So,
Yeah.
what has been the major challenges, in this journey from Everest to.
So one thing, major challenge is obviously finance is always there, always a challenge. Okay. But somehow, I just believe this, I'm not something like a God person and all, but I just believe this,
Correct.
you just focus on your thing, something in the last, it happens. There are few things I even don't know, like how it happened. It happened. Okay. It's all because of, I mean, there's a support from the community. A lot of people, even I climb with Nepal agencies, they never pressurized me because they know
Correct.
me. It's not like, because I was there from, 2015, I first entered Nepal. So 25 from last 10 years, they were seeing me,
Correct.
every time. So they know me, there's no pressure. I was, when coming to finance part, that's the finance part. I mean, what I felt the only pressure was finance part. Like pressure, I'm taking that pressure. Otherwise, people never, it just
Correct.
happened. Okay. So I mean, that's a major challenge. So otherwise, climbing and all, most of the time, if you see all my climbings, all the time it was happened with some friends team only. It was a team.
Correct.
Okay. That's why, that's how I feel mentally will be strong.
Yeah, because, getting funds for one climb itself is a big challenge, 8,000 meter. And I've seen you that, your thing always materializes in the end. Something or the other. Because obviously we are so close, we are always together. So even I am clueless, how does it happen that, something would work out and, things fall in place? Not just for
Correct.
funding is obviously one part,
Uh,
but, your personal experience out of these nine climbs which are there, which one you found that physically was most demanding, personally to you?
Sir, we can't keep that way. So because it depends on many things. Okay. So it depends on, for example, for me physically, Dhaulagiri. Okay. But not for everyone. Dhaulagiri is not that,
Yeah, yeah, of course.
super duper. Yeah. But that day I was not feeling well. I went to Dhaulagiri base camp with fever.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
I was already with Kumbu cough. Okay. These all made that day very tough.
correct.
Okay. See, otherwise I'll tell you. I was with Satya and Kanchenjunga. Okay. Generally people tell like Kanchenjunga was a super duper,
True.
very
Yeah.
long and all. But what?
Hmm.
We just made like that. Because that day, the previous days, if you see the back 4, 5 days, because of Annapurna success, maybe we
Yeah.
slept, that sleep was very good. There's a peace, proper peace, there's a good appetite and all. Just
True.
because of that, we just went to the base camp and just again, Kanchenjunga also. Just in, yeah, we just took 4 days to complete, pack the expedition. Okay. Though
Correct.
it was, even on the summit day, people tell it's long and all. Yeah, it's long. But, for me, that day was mine. I can tell
Correct.
it. Yeah. But Dhaulagiri, that day was not mine. So I
Yeah,
can,
obviously, yeah,
yeah,
8,000 meters have become so unpredictable.
correct, 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 correct.
See, apart from that, health also doesn't always support. We realized last year, there were a lot of times wherein, the doctor said that, take rest, don't go, take more time off and all. But still you never listen and, as Chirag was to tell me that, sir, Bharat is like that only, not listen. Obviously, that's been the case. But then, how do you cope up with those physical challenges? Because, if it's a 4,000, 5,000 meter climb or a trek, then it's a different thing. You can ignore the pain and still keep pushing. But 8,000 meter death zone, how do you keep pushing with that kind of mindset? Where do you get that from?
So if you observe one thing, okay, wherever you see it, still, till now, all my clients, okay, when I'm going for any mountain, first I'll mark it among my friend circle. Okay, I'll make them, to join. Okay,
Yeah,
that's how, I maintain my mental, okay,
yeah, that's
because,
true.
yeah, yeah. If you see, see, mentally, for example, Dhaulagiri was there, we stayed for 50 days, okay, but nothing happened. We couldn't cross camp and leave about expedition summit and all. Okay.
True.
When we went for Annapurna, again, 45 days we stayed there. Okay. These are sometimes your mind goes up, you get a lot of, obviously, I keep on shouting on Satya. Okay. Satya, even Amit was there, people, okay, whole are there, close circle. Okay. So
Right.
mind goes, but at the end of the day, when you are with your own circle, okay, at least, you can stay for longer period, mentally you can, that balance will be there mentally. For me,
Absolutely.
for me, for me, it's like that. Okay. That's how, I make sure my own circle comes first, a team, then
True. No, obviously, that's a very, very relevant point. That's what we see on, Everest or other big climbs that, if you have like-minded people, then obviously those issues of, homesick or
uh,
depression or solitude,
correct.
those are obviously taken care of. So, but I believe Satya must have been there in most of your climbs. I mean, whatever climbs
Yeah,
you had, the maximum
correct,
was
correct.
Satya only,
Maximum,
right?
yeah. Annapurna, Kanchenjunga, Makalu, Dholagiri, Lhotse, Everest, all
Correct, correct.
his Everest is Lhotse. Yeah, together.
Okay. And what has been the most challenging climb out of this, out of those 8,000 meter, mentally? One is physical part that, Dholagiri, you were having Kumbh Cup on EBC only, and then you still went ahead, took bath, had fever, whatever. Right? But mentally, which has been the most draining one?
Sir, mentally, because last time I can tell this, even though I was with a huge team, okay, last time we were on Annapurna, okay, this Dhaulagiri, Kanchenjunga and all, we just had, I mean, Shishapangma, Choyu, I mean, all these very short expeditions.
Correct.
If you take like Dhaulagiri 3 days, Shishapangma 3 days, even Kanchenjunga also 4 days, okay, they nothing mental, nothing you just went, you don't have time to think also, just pack and
Exactly.
went. Okay, yeah, last time when we were on Annapurna, okay. So again, it was like 45 days expedition. We went somewhere. Um, it's more than 45 days. Yeah, yeah, 45, 50 days again. Okay, we started around what March 20 something. We submitted around April 28th.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, something like 40, 45,
40
40,
days. Huh?
45 days. Yeah, yeah. That was like mentally because the problem is, even though we are a good team, I mean, we are going, multiple times we tried for the summit. I mean,
Oh,
up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. That time, uh, many times we thought right, it's the end of, peaks like Annapurna. It has to
yeah.
finish that time. It's not peak to go again.
Correct. Exactly.
Okay. So that was the mountain because we tried many times. It was not happening. I think fourth time we went. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, it was like that's why if you see, I mean, most of the time Annapurna closes in just 18, 20 days. That's the
correct.
maximum it goes But when we are climbing, it crossed 40 days. So just keep on going up and coming down. In between, two times I went to the nearest village, two times down. No, just yeah.
True. But Bharat, okay, before we come on to the fitness regime and all, because we've seen that, it's not that you're constantly in the gym or you lift up weights, lot of things. But before coming on to that, we'll come on to the mental part that, how do you stay calm so much? Because, 8,000 meter weather is not in favor. Some team member is always cranky. Somebody's health is not good. Your own personal thing is not in favor. How do you maintain all this as a balance so that you stay calm? Because as a team leader, the responsibility lies on you. You are the one who's handling all the Sherpas, all the team agency teams and all. How do you stay calm in that way?
So first thing I can tell you is I can start like this. First of all, nature is like that. Okay. My nature is like that. That is one thing. And see, and one more thing, how can I keep this? Okay, I can tell like this, even it comes from experience. What, handle, how many teams,
Correct.
so, I mean, experience, it's full of experience on the mountains, handling teams, handling, if you see, I mean, I completely handle from airport to airport, when I was,
Correct. Exactly.
whenever, handling, driver went, who came, okay, hotel,
Yeah.
what food, it's all used to it. It's more of experience, I can tell. It's all of nature. I was calm. Okay. And
Great.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, so there's one question which Rachit is asking, very interesting one.
Yeah.
If you have to climb any of the 8,000 meter again, out of the nine we have done, what
Hmm.
would that be?
Don't agree, sir. I want to make it more clear
Oh,
now.
that's a personal thing, huh?
Yeah. Don't agree. Obviously,
But-
because anyway, this our team is there. No, I mean, because in our close team, only I did. Last time who all we went. No, no. I mean, again, no one came. Only I went alone.
Correct.
Okay. So anyway, this team again will form for Dhaulagiri. So yeah, Satya just messaged for Annapurna. Yeah, obviously, I'll go with Satya for Annapurna, but base camp, not on the mountain. But yeah, we all again make it to Dhaulagiri.
Great. So Akhil wants to ask, Anna, what do you eat? क्या खाते हो? On the big climbs and all, because food and all is obviously not always in your favor, and especially once you're doing 2 3 days, 4 5 days kind of a climb, then food obviously has to be pretty nutritious and give you energy. What do you eat?
So one thing I'll tell. I mean, see, again, food. I can't give suggestions to someone because everyone has their own thing,
Correct.
own style of everything. Okay. For example, if you take me base camp, I eat a lot. I eat a lot means like I'll be. I mean, perfect. Like I never skip any meal at the base camp. Okay.
Right.
So when going to, obviously even my, my appetite will disturb. Okay, everyone's appetite will disturb. Okay, I'll go up the altitude. Okay,
True.
but once I'm above 7,000 meter, I don't eat anything. Okay, because I observed this for the first two expeditions. My
Hmm.
stomach is not. I understand my body. Like my
Correct.
stomach itself not accepting it all when I'm eating above 7,000 meters. Okay, when I'm using this oxygen, maybe don't know whatever the reason. Okay, then I stopped eating. Okay, so I'm just with that resources. Okay, I'll just keep some like some dates in my pocket, like nothing like that too very small for that work. But yeah,
Hmm.
for me nothing like
No
I'm
gels,
no no no
no no
nothing
chocolates,
nothing.
no dry fruits,
Chocolates.
nothing. Huh?
More chocolates I can't, I don't know. On mountain, if I see chocolate also, I'll get some headache,
Yeah, 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 I've seen. Nice.
So, no chocolate. No.
Okay, Sri Lagna wants to ask, what made you choose Everest as your first 8,000?
I didn't choose that. Who will choose that? No, see, for many people, first 8,000 is Everest only. For
Correct.
me, first mountain is Everest. That's the difference.
Hmm.
Yeah. Who will choose? Like, it's all, I told you, many times, it's all stupidity. No knowledge. Like, nothing. Like, we used to think, like, okay, you are, because I'm an athlete, like, so, okay, what can stop me, kind of.
Exactly.
But yeah, that happened. Right. It just
So
happened,
not
like,
not a good example, but yeah, if it happens,
not if,
then you
I
just
don't know the
live,
good
live.
thing.
Not planned also.
Yeah, not planned. Also. It just happened.
Okay, Bharat. So obviously, many people look up to you, especially the people who want to climb big and all. So they want to get into that fitness regime which you follow. So you got to share what fitness you follow because I know it. People would obviously want to know.
No, sir. Like, see, okay, fitness is the, like, I told you recently also, generally, I mean, I'm again telling you not to follow me, like, because most of the time, see, if you see 250 days, yearly, 250 days, 100% we are on mountains. Okay, 240, 250 days, like, we keep on traveling on mountains. Okay, that's how, like, by experience, it automatically comes. We know the mountain. Okay, that is
Correct.
one thing. Yeah. Coming to home, like, okay, like, we play football. Okay, that's my, like, not much into, any diet or any proper fitness and all. Okay, I do fitness, but not that much, like,
Yeah, because these days Instagram we see a lot of people using tires, battle rope, some fancy things they keep doing. Obviously, because we are on the mountain, we can't
uh,
correlate to it. But do you think it makes sense? It helps all that
sir, it helps, like, obviously, like, when you hit gym or, like, when you run, what I believe more than strength, like, you have to get that pain first to the body. Okay, body,
right?
I mean, get to used to that pain. Okay, then obviously, yeah, it will be useful.
Yeah, so generally we've seen that being on the mountains is not for everyone. Everybody doesn't get to spend so much time, 200, 250 days. Obviously, it's impossible. Uh, so you think your background during school and all gave
Correct.
you a good base to start with?
Yeah, I can tell 100%, like, because in my and marathon and all, like, I was like top guy, like, in my school days at least. Like, now after that, yeah, I was not that. I didn't move to that side of running and all. But yeah, till my school days and all, 4 8 15 was my, it's decided, like, kind of. Okay, and marathons, it's a very strong
Yes.
base. Yeah,
True, I think, yeah, definitely it makes sense. If you have a good, strong base, aerobic base, then you can always, structure it, fit getting into sports or running or mountaineering, and obviously mountaineering being highly cardio strength and all.
correct.
So that really helps, in building a good on a good foundation.
Yeah, yeah.
So there's someone which someone wants to know advice on which 8,000 meter to attempt first. Which okay. So since you have done all nine, you know the best.
Yeah.
What should be a good step over for someone who has done, let's say, enough experience of 6,000, 7,000, and wants to graduate to an 8,000? What should that be?
So I can tell two mountains. Okay, first comes to Choyu, but the reason why I'm telling the other mountain is Choyu nowadays, like paperwork. It's like it mountain become even it's more expensive. Keep
Oh,
expensive part aside. Its paperwork is like mental lot of mental pressure.
hmm.
Till you enter for most of the people after keeping my leg in China, then only I say like I came for expedition. You can't. There are many times like after reaching there from airport, many people came back. Like, a lot of things. Till the last day,
Oh,
you don't know like you are flying. Okay,
correct.
so like there's a lot of things. So that's why we have to keep Choyu aside. Okay, if people are confident like they can cross all this, obviously Choyu is the best of the best. Okay, as a first peak for people.
Got it.
Okay. Then, if not show you, okay, when then price wise and season wise and all, like then people has to choose Manaslu. Okay, the reason why Manaslu is, and again, when compared to Manaslu and Choyu also, okay, Choyu is like a lot more easier than Manaslu. Okay,
Oh,
yeah. So Manaslu is little tougher only. Okay, when compared to other 8,000 meter peak, it's a tough peak only. But the advantage with Manaslu is, see, if you see the Manaslu region, no, they're surrounded by all green mountains. The oxygen level at Manaslu is like little higher. That's why
oh,
if you see people, most people, why they choose Manaslu, it's not that kind of easy mountain and all, but because of that oxygen levels are very good in that region. So it
perfect.
supports generally.
Makes sense. So, Sri Lanka again wants to know that, we just spoke about a good base once you were in college and school days.
Mm.
So, what does that regime comprise of? What kind of training, what kind of activities you would do then to have a good
No, so
base?
we used to have trainers, like, for example, in our school, I'm a from the boarding school, so I'm a model study school background. Okay.
Right.
So each person, like, for example, I'm into athletes. I mean, I play football for my school. We participated like many levels. But, my core, for everyone, there'll be a core sport. Mine is athletics. 400, 800, 1500 are my main three focusing things.
Got
Okay,
it.
we used to have trainers, our diet, everything like, even to
Oh,
increase the seconds, like, what to do, lot of things. Yeah. It's like proper training, how generally an athlete trains, like, it's like that. You have to eat these many eggs, milk at this time, like, all.
correct. So, you mean to say a proper trainer guiding
Mhm.
you at every step and then a
Correct.
proper nutrition plan. And
Correct.
obviously, those days the stress levels are also not high
Hmm.
because you're focusing only on the training part
Yeah.
and
What's
you're
this? There
focused
is,
to that.
I don't know what is that also. That,
Exactly.
yeah.
Definitely makes sense, right?
Mm.
So, somebody who wants to prepare for a 8,000 meter, right? So, what kind of training do you think, or what should be a roadmap for climbing the first 8,000? Let's say, show you in case everything else falls in place. What should be that be?
Sir, one thing I can tell, like, when really people who talks very close to me, like, I'll just suggest them this. Okay. See, training nowadays, gym, running, like, who all are coming into mountains. Obviously, everyone runs marathon now, like, even not marathon, they go to gym, they run on treadmill, whatever. That
Correct.
basic fitness is there for everyone. Okay.
Hmm.
So what I believe is, see, even if you take this time also on Choyu, we got like very short period, like, we just went up, like, even on Choyu, when night, this time when I was climbing, okay, on any, like even on Shishapangma, when this short period comes for us, like without acclimatizing and all, okay. So
Right.
anyone who takes 8,000 meter, I want them at least, 4 to 5, 6,000 meters summit push, the night summit push, no.
Right. That feel
I
of that.
felt, you feel of that, like, I felt that like awesome, like, once you have, because we have what, like, we have done like many push in the night. Okay. That is the main challenge, what I feel. Okay. People who takes that as many times as possible before their 8,000 there, and their 8,000 summit will be like
Oh,
easy.
great. Yeah, yeah, no, even I relate that, earlier once we used to do summit pushes that waking up
Hmm.
at night or early morning start, whole
Correct.
night climbing, that used to be a bit of a pain, but slowly getting used to it gives you that comfort that if a big climbs, it becomes part of the normal thing which you have done earlier. So it
Correct.
makes things much easier. Okay, another one wants to know that, how many 7,000 meters should a person climb before attempting 8,000? Anything on that?
Sir, it's not like, see, the more you do, obviously it will benefit. But yeah, one or two is fine. Okay, one or two is fine. But the more you do, obviously,
Correct, yeah, yeah.
generally one thing that uh, recently I was telling, I was speaking to one sir. Okay, so he already did one 7,000 meter. We're now coming for one more 7,000 meter. I was telling him, it's not about just climbing 7,000 meter and coming down, tired and all. Once you get that ease of climbing, then obviously
Yeah,
every mountain becomes the same. You have to get that ease. That's important.
true. Correct, correct. That comfort, if you get it, then it
Yeah.
can be in your first 7,000 or it can be,
And,
fifth and sixth.
and
Okay, Bharat, coming on to again the fitness part and the mental strength. So you've been a runner, during your school, college days.
mm,
Now you're into mountaineering. What I realize, and you have your thing of saying, with running and all, fitness has to be very good. Mental strength, if you have, it's okay to have, good or bad. It doesn't make that much of a difference. But in mountaineering, I feel that, mental strength becomes much, much more. That's why we see, you know, people who are super fit at sea level,
correct. That's true.
top runners, so maybe 3 hour marathoner or sub 3 hour marathoner, they could struggle on, big mountains. So how do you relate to it that, people who are not, I've seen, few people with, stomach paunch coming out and all, and still they are very good climbers, but then that hasn't doesn't happen in running. So how much the mental strength varies from as a runner to as a climber once you're climbing big climbs?
Sir, again, obviously, see, I'll tell you, when coming to mountains, obviously that mental strength should be much higher than running. Okay, I'll tell you. See, if you are going for a marathon, early morning you started it in Hyderabad or Delhi. Okay.
Right.
See, your eyes means obviously it connects to your brain. Okay.
Mhm.
So whatever you're seeing, okay, you see many things, your mind is occupied when you're running, you keep on seeing like a lot of competitors around.
Correct.
Okay. You see a lot of colors. Okay. You see a lot of things you see. Like brain
Correct.
somewhere without you knowing it is occupied. Your mental strength, it's not, you don't need to keep that level. Okay. It is there.
Correct.
No doubt in that. Running a marathon, 42 kilometers, that's huge. Okay. But that is for water, 3 to 4 hours. Okay. Maximum
True.
it goes to 5 hours. Okay. When coming to mountains, the two big mountains, when the expedition goes for 30, 40, 50 days, okay. So it's beyond, I can tell, yeah, it's too much. It's too much when compared to, yeah, this one, that is too much. And
Yeah,
one
yeah,
thing,
makes sense.
once you are used to it, you know, and again, used to it means I was telling, I climb with my own zone. That's where I
Yeah.
mean, everyone, some people comes, some are more interested, they get their big cameras, they're always busy shooting in the night, going
Yeah.
outside, all this. Someone will be, busy with the books. Someone will be busy with the writing,
Right.
something, if someone comes straight away with the plane,
Yeah, yeah,
that's,
obviously,
uh,
makes sense.
uh, yeah.
Okay, there's another question which says to be technically acquainted peaks like Lubuche or Island Peak help. Would you suggest any other peaks?
Yeah, in India also we have a lot of these.
See, okay, so coming on the technical part, Everest we generally say, is non-technical. You just have rope, you just keep climbing and jumaring and keep climbing. Any other 8,000 meter which you find that, are kind of more technically oriented than the normal just jumar kind of a thing?
Sir, once rope is fixed, I believe, okay, technicality will be there, okay, but once rope is fixed on the mountain, okay, it's not, that kind of technical. In that case, obviously, even rope is fixed on Amadablam, how technical, when you are,
Even
uh,
even I feel the same, A lot of people they say, it's highly technical and all. Obviously,
uh,
you can say that it's technical
uh,
because you need to know traverse, jumar,
correct,
rappel.
correct, yeah,
But then at the end of the day, you're hanging on that rope in case you fall or anything. There's nothing. If you're doing rope fixing, obviously, it's a hell lot of technical. But then if you have to use jumar only with a harness, then I don't think.
yeah.
So you mean to say all 8,000 are similar, right? No,
Uh,
as regards the technical
Correct,
difficulties.
correct, correct. Sometimes what happens, peaks mainly Annapurna when we were there. There are a lot of blue eyes, even
Right.
with crampon. It is little struggling because weight is there, weight is pulling down, you have to go up, when we climbed, and I heard same mountain in the next year became very easy. Yeah.
Yeah,
Sometimes
true.
the challenges will come.
Wonderful. So Devashish, she wants to know how to prepare for low oxygen challenge prior to going for a trek, especially when you are not used to mountains. So somebody living in the plains wants to go for a high altitude trek. How do you prepare for low oxygen there?
Sorry, come again, sir.
Anyone who is in plain area,
Okay, yeah.
sea level, going for a high altitude climb or a trek, how do you prepare yourself for low oxygen conditions there?
Sir, these days, hypoxic tents. I mean, many are using hypoxic tents, but India, it's not that much these days. But see, whenever you go to the mountains, okay, leave this technology apart. These days, technology came. People nowadays, Xenon. Okay, that is completely a different subject. I mean, if we
Correct.
leave this, obviously, slow acclimatization. Take it slow. Whatever.
Correct.
Yeah.
So yeah, be very, very deliberate while climbing. Make sure you're not climbing more than 300, 400 meters a day.
Okay.
And whenever you're climbing, just go very slow. I think that's the mantra for that. And obviously, drink lots of water. Take expertise of people who are around. They'll be able to guide you. Okay, somebody wants to know, does EBC or Annapurna Base Camp require to do BMC or AMC?
No, sir. EMC,
Okay,
okay. When you think of any climbing and all, yeah.
correct. See, officially
Okay.
speaking, even once you're climbing Everest, nobody asks for
Uh,
your BMC or AMC, right? We have seen people who have done BMC, AMC a few years back, and now it's all back to square one. They just forgotten everything. So, as we were discussing earlier, it's about paintaking ability. If you generally, it's very difficult once you're in a corporate lifestyle to have physical kind of a thing. But yeah, that gives you a good experience if you do BMC, AMC. But officially, nobody's expecting you to do a basic mountain course or advanced mountain course, not just for EBC, ABC, but even for the summits also. Okay, Sri Lagna wants to ask, has it ever happened to you where you struggled mentally just a few hundred meters below the summit? How did you overcome it?
uh, just below the summit, obviously, sir. First, for my first Everest, I struggled every 100 meters, not not about the last 100 meters. Okay. See, I'll tell you, where the problem comes in. Physically, I'm the strongest for my Everest. Super duper strong physically. Okay.
Right,
But you don't know how to climb. How to climb means you go fast. Initially, for camp 1, camp 2, you are super duper fast. Okay. These kind of mistakes we do.
correct.
Okay. Yeah. That's it. Otherwise,
Basically, inexperience that time, huh?
inexperience. Yeah. Inexperience.
Okay, anyone else? Could you tell us some stories from Everest or any other mountain, out of 8,000 meters, anything which has been a glaring thing which you want to share it with everyone? Any of the climb?
Uh, okay. Any of the climb.
Hmm.
Small things are many, sir. I can tell few incidents. Okay. First one, I want to take this Dhaulagiri topic on you. Okay. Roman, sir, I just told this before also in the starting. Okay. I've been told to many people, you can turn back. Okay. Whenever, but when you are there, okay, because I was there. Okay. I was with heavy kumbu coughing like horrible. Okay.
Correct.
Then summit started. We just got only 3 days time for the Olympic. Just went to base camp and shoot for the summit.
Hmm.
So what happened? After reaching camp three, okay. After reaching camp three, I understand something is going wrong. Lungs are not that, and even cough was heavy cough. Okay.
Correct.
So heavy cough was there. There actually, I have to come back. I know it. I have to come back.
Hmm.
Okay. But don't know, I don't know, how to keep it, maybe, I mean, before I've done this, even Shishapangma just went like that. Kanchenjunga just went like that. Okay. Without proper acclimatizations and all. Okay. But every day it's not your day.
Correct.
Okay. Maybe because of that previous climbs, maybe that overconfidence came in me. Maybe that ego, why to, I mean, I don't know. I don't know how to keep it, what words I can tell, but I know this, I had to come back.
Correct.
Okay. But though I pushed it. that showed like, wow,
Yeah.
third man syndrome, like, that what is that hell? I mean, next level, that to different experience, like, to tell people, like, these kind of things will happen, kind of. Yeah, that is one experience, like, where I touched almost the, like, death knock.
I
Okay.
think that must have been the
Yeah.
closest, right?
That is the closest. That is the closest. And I'll tell you one more thing. I have to tell about Kanchenjunga, me and Satya. Okay. When we are happily coming, like, Kanchenjunga, I got like snow blindness. That is like small things, like, it's just like I went out on the tent searching for some water, coke and all after the summit, because Kanchenjunga, while going and all, like, super duper strong only. Okay.
Right.
Okay, done. Everything went well. So from camp one, I think from camp two, coming down camp two, we slept, and coming to base camp. Okay. So at what point avalanche triggered? At that point, only we two were there. No one, even to see also, like,
Right.
Satya went to washroom. Okay. So I'm just waiting, sitting. I mean, we just dropped our bags, taking rest. We just clipped our bags to the rope. So we also have that clip to the rope. I mean, I was just sitting. He just went to washroom. He just started coming towards me. Then it triggered. It's a wet avalanche, huge one. Okay.
So,
Basically, like, no one will believe this. Okay. See this strength of that avalanche. Yeah? Okay. Okay, it came. So what we know, one subject theories we have, first the hit. I mean, the ground hit
correct.
of the avalanche. We have to miss that. We jumped and we fall into that. I mean, we just hit. We just fall into that avalanche. Because of the first hit, the bags what we anchored, anchor broken and bags are gone.
Oh, shit.
Okay, all cylinders in the bags. Okay, we are not using cylinder, but we just kept our cylinders in the bag. Total
Right.
cylinders were there. Whatever. All the luggage, everything, all the two bags are gone. That too, like, the drop was huge. If see, our anchor didn't broken. Okay, because we have shared, no, by multiple, because weight is shared. Okay,
Correct.
our our bags anchor gone. It's gone. Okay, if we have gone that day, no, it's very difficult to find the body also. Fun thing is,
Mm.
no one has seen it. Okay, that drop is huge. Okay, so we were in the avalanche. Okay, this guy Satya, like, he's shouting like, "Hurry, my hand is gone." I told him, "Arey, we are alive. See your hand." Okay. Once all the
I
avalanche
can
is gone,
hear
first I checked my head, like, I first I checked. Okay, no blood is there. Okay, chalo,
Yeah.
we are there. After going to base camp, I mean, I'm telling you, after seeing everyone's face, everyone's eyes, no, everyone thought we were tired and we have thrown our bags and came.
Oh,
I can. No
that
one told us, but I can tell that, like,
correct, correct.
who will believe, like, it's because
So that brings out that, see, whatever training you do, whatever preparation you do, luck plays a very, very major role, right?
seriously.
And the higher you climb, the more you start trusting on this theory. What is your take on that?
Obviously, sir, it's true. Okay, I mean, not only this instance, there are many instances I can tell. Okay, just like that, like, in just some small slips, sometimes we don't, and some things, very very small things. Obviously, luck should be there.
Yeah, that has to
It's not,
be a strong
yeah.
one.
Whatever experience you have, what luck should be there.
Devashish has asked the same thing. So Devashish, we had already answered that, 1, 2 months prior to the climb, if you want to prepare for low oxygen thing, so there are hypoxic tents which are available, not very popular in India. There are a few high altitude gyms also which have come up in India. One in Bombay is there for sure. Others, I'm not aware if they are there in Bangalore. But yeah, these are the few things which you can do. Otherwise, for low oxygen, you have to be in altitude and then prepare. Otherwise, at sea level, only these kind of tents are the ones which can help you out, right? Surjo wants to know what next.
So what next? Oh yeah, I mean, this time we are doing is, no, Antarctica. We are going for Vincent Massive, December 2nd. We are traveling. So it's a big team again. So after Vincent, yeah. See, Vincent and all, okay, I'll be completing my 7 summits with Vincent Massive, my last. So apart from that, but next interesting climb, I'm just thinking of doing Nuptse. I mean,
Right.
before that, we are doing as a team, like, we are taking Aconcagua again, like, huge team of 30. Everything is going on, but, some interesting,
Personal goal will be that noob saving, huh?
no, Nuptse, this.
Okay. Okay, Bharat, how do you handle self-doubt on big climbs? Because there'll always be things wherein you'll feel, whether you should go ahead or whether you should wait for a good weather window or 10 other things would come into place. But then Self-doubt and all, have you ever faced or
No, no, sir. See, for self-doubt also, there is what? There is some limit for it also. What? At the end, like, it won't happen. Again, I have to come back again, you know?
yeah,
We know what I mean, even this doubt comes like, what is the extent? Like, this is the maximum extent we
what
can
can
think
go
of.
wrong type?
What can,
Correct.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Good one. So, someone wants to know how was your Denali experience?
Yeah, we're all together. Yeah, I mean, actually, again, Denali is like, this time we met and see, like, he was there. When compared to me, like, a super duper climber, he went to Denali, which didn't happen. See, when coming to Denali, like, there it's who is the climber, who is the super duper climber, who has got like more, nothing, like, weather is good, it happens.
Correct.
Yeah, it's Denali is like that. Yeah. More of a weather dependent mountain, I can say. Completely weather dependent mountain.
Correct. Yeah. Then climbs like Denali, you got to be again, luck has to be in your favor. Then
Uh,
only it happens.
yeah.
Sri Lagna, last question from you. Would you consider doing all nine peaks for the second time?
Sir, we
I
might
think
have.
she's sponsoring you.
Yeah, that's but not as a person, but with the teams, obviously, like, it's a job.
Satya has written yes. I don't know for what he's written yes. So he only will he needs to
Denali, I think.
clarify it.
Uh,
Either Denali or the previous question. Bharat sir's favorite Indian climber. Anna,
no, no, many. It's not like that.
many, huh?
Everyone has their different quality. Also.
Nice. So there's another one. Okay, so coming on to the favorite climber. So we know that three of you were had done 8,000 meter climbs, eight
Mhm.
of them,
Mm.
and you were to go on the ninth one.
Yeah.
How was it? Was it a competition? Was it a rivalry? How was it the relation or the whole thing for that?
Sir, one thing, when we three met, no, okay, right, like, after my thing, like, Arjun, Keval came to meet me, and we had a party first at Kathmandu. Okay, then again, Arjun provided his complete house, like, there again, Delhi, like, many people we met and we partied there, like, see, this is the
Correct.
relation. From this, what I can tell about competition
Absolutely.
and all. Yeah, see, one thing, sir, like, see, it's always, because since it's a historic moment, okay. See, I can't keep it as a competition and all. Like, if someone gets it, obviously it's a historic moment. That is there. That will be there for everyone. It's not
True.
like, that is always there for everyone. Okay, but it's not like some wrong competition kind of. It's not like that. First of all, it's no concept of competition. All
True
good,
that.
all good friends. Like, we climbed, like, on many expeditions. We are close by. Like,
Correct. Yeah, so and mountains, the kind of bonds you make are obviously of a
yeah.
different level. So for an outsider, it might feel that, there are three people who are going for this, but then
Right.
at the end of the day, it's all brotherhood, which
Yeah.
generally is shared with the people.
So one thing, like, it's not like there are other climbers who didn't ride and all. Okay, I just got the chance. That's I can keep that way, like,
Very nice. So there's this guy, Shravan, he wants to know visible effect of climate change on 8,000 meter climbs. From the time you started to the time you see now, we see how the weather has been changing, unpredictability, snowfall, untimely things happening. What
yeah,
is
these things are
your
all.
visibility, on the mountains, 8,000
Yes, a
meter?
lot. Yeah, lot of disturbances. So one thing, like, before, 10 years back, 15 years back, and one more thing, these mountain changes in mountain, particularly you can see for a longer period. Like, I can tell from 10 years, like, for last 2 years, 3 years, it will be very difficult to tell. Okay.
Great.
But from 10 years and all, no, before Camp 1 and most of the mountains, okay, when if you go to Karakoram mountains, like, all our Nunkun also, like, from there it starts and other 8,000ers, okay, all in Nepal, like, before Camp 1, Camp 2 used to be like, proper snow, like, huge dump of snow
Yeah.
on that base camp should be there. Now it's all rock. It's all, everything became rocks and all. Okay. This time also in Karakoram, when you go to Nanga Parbat, K2, this time a lot of accidents happen because of rockfall. Before this
Correct.
accident should happen because of avalanches and all. Now, a lot of rockfall and all. Because snow is reducing. Siya Aconcagua. This time, sixth time I'm going. Only first time I used my crampon in 2018. After
Right.
that, over, like it's all
Yeah,
snow
yeah.
gone. So Campan, they are moving out Campan. Like, first time when I went, we used to melt snow from Campan and used to drink. Now there is
Oh,
no, I don't know what, no water facility. Like, a lot of things. Campan Camp
absolutely.
are slowly, going.
Yeah,
All
yeah,
rocks are
yeah.
coming out. Yeah.
Very true. Okay, Bharat, a difficult topic now. We see a lot of climbers these days, especially once the stakes are high up 8,000 meter. People have taken loan, they've, borrowed money from somewhere.
Yeah.
Then they've gone for the climb. Climb has not happened. And then the ethics come into play that, people fake summits. And, these days it's become very popular. A lot of people who don't summit actually, but then go out and summit. Now, since you are, you know, 9 into 8,000 meter climbs. How do you think that that's affecting the mountaineering thing, and what can be done, on those aspects?
Sir, what can be done? Because I'll tell you, most of the climbs, big climbs, when coming to picture, okay, are outside of India. Point one. Okay.
Right.
See, for example, okay, we'll come to this topic later. Okay. Because, first, initially, even I used to think, what's happening? Many people, doing all this thing that because after seeing it, nowadays, when you're competing into mountains, you see a lot of things like this.
Hmm.
Okay. At one point, you say, "Arey, that person is like," and then you just leave it, what to do, kind of. Okay. When coming to, since all these 8,000ers, when coming to seven summits, all seven summits in the big mountains are all outside of India. So when coming to this part, okay, see, for example, something happens. Okay, India have, there are few bodies, who handle the mountaineering in India. Okay.
Right.
When these things happens outside of India, even they're not bothered.
Hmm.
Okay, but yeah, but these days people are talking, that awareness came, people talk, I mean, people started
See, in the
discussing,
community, everybody knows that who is climbed,
yeah,
who is not climbed. Within
correct,
us,
yeah.
so everybody knows. But yeah, it's very unfortunate that things like these happen and all. Which is obviously not right.
Mm.
Okay, Bharat, any other story, anything which you want to share about the climbs which I've missed out, or anyone wants to ask? Obviously, can.
Uh, Done, sir. Clients and all. Okay, we discussed what all we did before and all. Okay, yeah, but yeah, next year we were thinking, right? We want to, open more mountains in this region. We opened, from last 2 years we are doing this Lenin, which was okay. I mean, good
Right.
as a initial. I mean, as I said, for 8,000 just show you, for 7,000 yeah, Lenin is a very good mountain. So
And
we are
safe.
just, yeah, it's safe. Yeah, checking other two mountains. Okay. And I want, the reason, when we are going outside from India, for 7,000 years, even here, something has to come up, for the rescue. Okay, mainly. Okay. Because, recently, Satya was visiting, IMF. Okay. So they said, they were now started, giving satellite phones. Okay.
Okay.
Satya asked the question, whom to call?
Hmm.
Obviously,
Correct. Yeah.
whom to call? I mean, that has to come up, somewhere, someday, that rescue has to come. Then I'm telling
Better
you, if
this.
rescue comes, no, first for this mountaineering, it changes a lot. Changes a lot, I'm telling you, a lot of, foreign climbers. I speak to many people, well, generally seven, okay, people are coming. Okay. But, these people are just some raw climbers are coming. Okay.
Right.
Once this rescue starts, like Nepal, the infrastructure starts like this, obviously you
True.
can't imagine, what mountains India have, what
Yeah.
Himalayas, what percentage of Himalayas. Yeah, it's huge.
Nice. Okay, Patrick wants to ask an interesting one.
Hmm.
How about snow leopard challenge? Any plans of starting soon?
Yeah, soon. I mean, started with Lenin. Yeah, this coming next year, we are doing two peaks. One is Korzinskaya, the other is Communismo. So these two peaks. There are five peaks in Snow Leopard. Next year we are doing two, and after in 2027, yeah, the other two.
Okay, so someone more wants to ask that how to decide which mountain gear to buy and which one to rent.
Sir,
Suggestions
always,
on boots. Boots also, sorry.
yeah, boots. Boots, obviously, last 45 is leading. Okay. See, everyone has their own. Last sport wise leading means like, I generally go to the mountains. I see people who are using most based on that. I'm telling. Okay,
Right.
people use Scarpa, people use Millet, whatever it is. Okay, and coming to rental and people who have plans. Okay, initially they have a doubt in them, like whether they continue or not. For them,
Correct.
okay, rental is fine. Okay, obviously a cricketer, or tennis player, it's always better to have their own kits.
Right.
Even on mountains also, if you have your own kit, you'll understand them first of all. Like, mainly boots and crampons. I tell everyone, like, boots and crampons, don't rent it. Like, if you have to know about it, like, then only it
True.
works
Yeah,
on big
yeah.
mountains.
So that answers that in case you feel you want to continue, it's always good to buy.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's okay to
Yeah,
rent for
initially,
some
first, the
time.
first time they can try as a renter, but not always.
Akash has written, I have one question. Akash, I don't see your question. Can you please type again? Snow leopard, we have answered. There's hotels. Sumesh, your question is not clear. Does cold suppress thrust? Not understood. Hmm, how visible effect? Yeah, this one done. I think more or less we've covered everything. Denali question we've answered. Everest we've already covered. So in case there's some question which you think has not been asked, then it has been asked earlier, and that's why it's been recorded. We can check it. Hmm, obviously, it's a big achievement for India. Two parties. Okay, no problem. What are your plans for increasing the mountaineering committee? How would you support a government organization to bring mountaineering into students? What do you think should be done for the government and all? I leave it. Let's not talk about in India which expedition I can do in winters as per my training. Once you need to let us know what is your training, then only we'll be able to say, okay, Bharat, any winter climb which you would recommend?
So winter climbs, again, I don't say any particular peak, but I suggest Ladakh is the best because I've been speaking to people, before also. Okay, lot many people like
Okay,
seniors, like all guides who are climbed. Problem with Himachal and Uttarakhand is like Ladakh mountain. Okay, there are lot of hazards. Like, even when we went to Uchikangli, there's a huge slab avalanche. Okay, everything is there. But when compared to other two states, Ladakh, the mountains are like little solid
correct.
in winters. Ice will be more strong. So
Got it. Okay, Sumesh question, I've got it. He's given in the question section. When trekking about 6,000 meters climb, how much water should one ideally drink per day? Sometimes due to cold, it's hard to stay hydrated and even feel little, don't feel like drinking. What is the best approach to such conditions? How much water for more than 6,000-meter climb?
the 6,000 meter climb, when you are what four, obviously, like when you're trekking, like yeah, four, around four. I mean
Okay. Yeah,
the,
yeah,
the day,
depends on
complete day.
person
No,
to
no, no, I'm
person.
not telling, yeah, person to person, yeah, because I'm not telling about the trek. I'm telling about the day, the complete day.
Correct. Yeah, Sumesh, it depends upon how you have trained. So if you've been drinking a lot while training, then obviously your body would demand more. But generally, what I was discussing with Satya also the other day, if you train in a resource deprived manner, then obviously you would need less. So it's always a person dependent. How much would that be? Which peaks can I target, technical or non-technical, if I'm beginning in technical mountaineering? Bharat, somebody wants to get into technical climbing, which climb would you suggest?
So technical India, Kangat 7, Black Peak.
Right. Yeah, I think these are the good ones
Yeah.
to start with, provided you have that altitude experience.
But yeah, more initially than Friendship Peak Shit is there.
Yeah. Dua, Akhil Dua sir wants to know,
Uh,
climb 6,000 meter on a 48-hour fast. Okay, he's on a
Sir,
different level.
no.
Yeah.
Actually, I'll tell you one thing. Recently I was seeing one company, a good company. I'll discuss, like, foreign company, like, they are promoting, like, they are making this one complete climbing with complete fasting, no water, no food, kind of.
Oh, yeah.
See, people, something want different, like, something that would fit. So, it's like,
Any suggestions in coffee, whether people should have coffee while climbing or not? Coffee.
coffee.
You want to have coffee while climbing, before climbing, during the climb, or it dehydrates. Your take.
Yes, yes, coffee generally dehydrates, but I drink. So it's again person to person.
True that. If your body is used to accepting
Yeah,
it,
correct.
only thing is, as we say in running as well, don't try anything new on the climb. If you've trained it that way, then obviously it makes sense. Your body also adjusts accordingly. In fact, carry the same flavor of coffee or whatever in case you plan to use the same. Not just for coffee, for other things as well. Okay, Bharat, I think it's time. Anything you want to add which we have missed out?
Done, sir. We covered that.
I think we have covered most of the things which we wanted to. Okay, yeah. So as boots and crampons, last 2 years have been fabulous, especially for Everest and all. We've had Rigzin, we've had Satya, we've had Angmo, Karthik, many such records and things coming up. So as a responsible company doing big climbs, uh, what do you see, next year coming up for BNC?
So next year, like again, like need to. I was telling, we were opening like two other 7,000 meters. Okay,
Right.
and yeah, I just want to open. I'm see. Main point is not about any big clients, not about different. I just want people to come. There should be some safety part also. It's not like
Correct.
if something happens, something has to come up. Like there should be a rescue. Like some other things. Like these kind of mountains. I'm just working on these kind of mountains
Absolutely.
to
Considering the
introduce.
kind of unpredictability of weather and
Mm,
all is there, let's
yeah.
not increase more number of variables once we are climbing, right? So that's where these two or peaks outside make more sense because rescue and safety are obviously the primary thing which we need to take into consideration. So, guys, I think in case there are no more questions, we'll call it off. We'll save the recording on the Instagram channel. Feel free to ask. Okay, so Saurabh wants to know, can I attempt Mount Known within 1 year of submitting Friendship Kangyatse 2 and Kangyatse 1?
Yeah.
I
That's
think,
the
yeah,
next step. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So if you've done Kangyatse 1, obviously the next step would be good 7,000. Abhishek wants to know, will it be first Indian to do the two peaks in Central Asia?
Obviously, no one has done it, but yeah, we to go for records. We just got climb.
Correct. Okay, Akash, okay, we'll take this last question. When is Boots and Crampons planned to do Hanuman Tibba? Any plans?
And till now, like we never had this in our calendar. Maybe
Correct.
soon.
We've been having Deo Tibba. Hanuman Tibba, we can see it's basically people. If people are, keen on doing it and they are eligible enough to do it, obviously we would love to do it. That's what we are there for.
Mm.
But it's only that we need to have that confidence that the team is having and that kind of experience. Okay, Bharat, in case anything else, we'll take it subsequently in some
Yeah.
other talk sometime. Thank you so much. Had a great
Thank
time
you.
and big, big congratulations, man. We're proud of
Thank you.
you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Bye, guys. Good night.
Yeah.
Have a great time. Good night. Jai Hind.